Dear friends, today the theme of our discussion is sacrifice. About sacrifice, there are many confusions, wrong notions, wrong ideas, wrong impressions. So, you will get some base for having a clear concept of sacrifice. Actually, sacrifice is not a religious word, it is a political word. But if you have the sense of oneness, sameness, then the question doesn't arise of sacrifice. If you are doing anything for any person or any child or any man or any woman or any culture or any community or any nation, you are doing anything with the idea of oneness, with the idea of sameness, with the idea of unity, that you are a part of that. Suppose you are doing something to a man, for a man, and if you have a very clear idea that if I am doing for this man is a part of my mind. He is not other, he is me. If you are doing anything for any person in the world, then the question of sacrifice doesn't arise. Sacrifice arises when you feel that the thing which I am doing is not me, it is not within me. Nothing is less if I don't do anything for this man. If I feel that something is not within me, if I don't do anything for this man, this is the idea of sameness. Then you are not sacrificing. So, to be truly religious, you have to live a life of innocence, life of peace, life of joy, life of freedom, and life of individuality. If you have this feeling in your heart, then you are not sacrificing. This is truly religious and empathetic feeling of your life. And if an idea comes into your mind that I am sacrificing, don't do that. That is not religious. That may be moral, pseudo moral. That is not moral even. So you please do what you like to do from every cell of your entity. And without doing that, without helping that, without assisting that, you feel that something has happened in me which has made me sad, then the idea of otherness is not there. Then the idea will not arise of sacrifice. Life is a life when you have some higher values with you. If something significant comes to life, you bring something significant in your life, then life becomes significant. If you don't have any higher values in your life, then your life is empty, futile, and absurd. it is not worth living. In life, there must be some higher values. Higher values means values of love, values of freedom, values of joy. If you have all this, then your life is worth living. Otherwise, your life is simply vegetating. It doesn't have any sense. So, we have to think in totality, and then everything will be clear. What is sacrifice? What is religion? This will be more clearer with the help of a very important episode of Socrates. This is a happening of Socrates' life. Socrates was given an option that if he stopped saying to the people about the philosophy of truth, then he would be released from court and he would be saved. This idea was brought to Socrates. Socrates heard the idea and he laughed and categorically rejected this very idea. And he said something which is worth remembering, which is very significant. He said, if I live truth, if I say truth, then my life has some meaning. Without saying truth, without living truth, I cannot live. So, for what am I supposed to live if I am not allowed to say the truth and if I am not allowed to speak the truth? So, living truth and saying truth is my life. If I am not allowed, then the life becomes useless. So this episode is very eye-opening episode for all the human beings in the world, that if your life is nothing, there is no higher values in it, then life is not worth living. And these higher values, values of love, values of freedom, values of joy, makes your life significant. Love cannot be sacrificed. Freedom cannot be sacrificed. Joy cannot be sacrificed. Life can be sacrificed for these values, but these values cannot be sacrificed. So we have to keep everything in our mind, then the real meaning of sacrifice will come to you, and then the life will have a meaning for you. So life is meaningful when there are some values for which a man is living or a man can die. Or if the man doesn't have any value in his life, then the life is simply vegetating, worthless. It doesn't have any worth. Thank you very much, dear friend.